would you say that your high school career, because
Hmm.
that's what your high
Hmm.
school career, would you say that it was preparing you at all for like what life outside school might be,
Oh
as far
man,
as work or other things like that?
I don't know
Okay.
because sure, with work, there's overtime,
Yeah.
right? And so if you need to do more work, you go and do overtime.
Yep.
But for school, a lot of the times it's you have homework.
Yep.
You don't have time to do it in class.
Okay.
You just don't have time to do it. And typically with overtime, you're doing stuff that needs to get done,
Yeah.
where a lot of homework doesn't need to get done.
So it's
It's
busy
just
work.
busy work that's not important. And so a lot of it doesn't get done. I didn't do a lot of homework. So for those who don't know, homework, they like break up grades into summative and formative. And like summative is like 70 to 90% of your overall grade, and the formative is the rest. So in a lot of your senior year, junior year classes, formative work is 10% of your grade. So homework would fall under formative. And so because the homework would just account for 10% of my grade and I'm making it up for in the tests, I just wouldn't do the things that I didn't need to do. And so I would say that that's a little backwards because typically at work, if you have something, if you get given something, it needs to get done.
Yeah.
There's no 10%. You can't just not do something and get away with it and make it work.
Well, you shouldn't be able to.
Right. If you're going to succeed,
Right.
you can't do that. And so that was a good uh, skill that I learned is um, playing the high school game. Like I walked out with probably 5% of my homework done in my senior years, and I walked out with A's and B's. And so like that's not reflective of how work is now. Like if you work now, you have a job and you have a task and you have to get that task done. Nothing is busy work.
Right.
It all accomplishes something, which is not something that school helps with, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, you cracked the code when it came to high school. I mean, I don't necessarily know that that taught you the greatest. Well, I mean, I guess it did. I was going to say, I don't know that it taught you the greatest life lessons, but at the same point, um, what you were able to figure out and do was like, what are the things that are important that are going to help me to succeed and give me the results that I want?
Yeah.
And what's the extra that I don't necessarily need to worry about?
Yeah. 100%.
And I think maybe to me, there's a lot of people in business and life and in manufacturing that like we get stuck in a lot of the paperwork and the things that don't matter, and we forget to focus on the things that really really do matter. Whether that's the people or the customers or whatever, we just get stuck in the day to day stuff. And you were able, like I said, you were able to crack that code and just say like, no, I need to do the things that I need to do to find success,
Yeah.
not all the other busy work and fluff.
Yeah. And my teachers were not happy.
No,
Most of them. The ones that gave out homework all the time, they were annoyed because I wouldn't do the work and I'd still get A's on the test.
mm-hmm.
And so,
Did you ever get accused of cheating?
no,
That's good.
it's because I have such a good personality. And so no one would say that's a guy's a cheater.
No, no teachers were ready to call you out for that.
Mm-mm.
That's good.
They wouldn't find anything, but
You're just too good for them.
yeah.
And no, you
Yep.
didn't cheat. That's the
No.
thing.
No, I did not cheat.
You didn't have to because, well, listen, I feel like if you're a good teacher, then you don't need all the homework because the kids are learning it while they're in class and then they don't have to take it home and do it. What I realized, like as a kid, I hated homework. I thought it was stupid. But it was graded differently than yours. If you didn't do your homework, I mean, your grade suffered
Yeah.
substantially. So that my grade suffered substantially because I didn't want to do it either. But I also didn't get great grades on the test because I didn't do the homework.
Hmm.
I didn't have your gift.
And that's typically what the like what it is. Like, oh, you do the homework so you can get the good grades on the test and you can learn the stuff.
Yeah.
But for me, like I was able to pay attention in class and understand all the concepts and not have to do the homework because the homework wouldn't help. It wouldn't help me learn it.
Right.
And so because I knew the concepts, I didn't have to do the homework so I could focus on other things and give my time to those like youth group and track and anything I wanted to do instead of being focused on homework.
Well, and getting rest, right? That was a big thing for
Yeah.
you too.
Yeah.
Where I was going with that was that I think it's a kudos to your teachers that were able to teach you well enough to know those things.
Oh yeah.
Because otherwise what happens is when I was a kid, I didn't do the homework. I didn't like the homework. I thought homework was stupid.
Mhm.
Then as a parent, I didn't like the homework because I felt like it was too much. And all it was doing was teaching you and teaching other kids that you should go to work all day, you should do everything you're supposed to do, you should put on the effort, and then when you come home, you should keep working. And it doesn't allow any time for a break. And so I think, my personal opinion, there's too much homework, but I'm not a teacher. And I don't
Yeah.
think teachers like grading the homework either. So,
Mhm.
you know, I would say just stop with the homework. I mean, some is fine, but
Yeah.
I
All my teachers were great. Like I just didn't need to do it
yeah.
because they were so good.
And not everybody can say that.
No.
And, I remember when you first told us that plan, right? Like, I'm going to do what I need to do good. And that was it. And, the response is like, if you can pull that off, good for you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can't, then you better get in and do the homework.
Mm-hmm.
Hey there. Thanks for watching the Manufacturing Alliance podcast. If you liked what you saw, click here to watch the full interview. Or you can click our channel link here. But either way, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. That's it for now. Take care and God bless.